Alrighty, good afternoon. This is Mr. Brian again. Just going down a quick rundown of how you can um, put Play-Doh inside your classroom to work it into your everyday routine. It helps with students that need stuff at a slower pace, students that needs to have repetition with the same type of items. Um, and so to give you an idea what I'm talking about is what you can do is let's say we're going into function understanding. This is a unit that I've already pre-made. We're going to skip to edit assignment. And you know where that's at because I showed you in a previous video. But if we scroll down, these are all the units that are in there. So remember, if we click on one, we click on the little arrow next to it, it gives us the tutorial, the application, the mastery test. You can click on the view tutorial and bring up the actual tutorial that the students would see, on your overhead. And you can click through it and skip to the parts that you want to talk about and pinpoint with the class. If they're saying they're having trouble in a certain point, you can skip to that and review it with them. And then what I've done in the past and what I've seen other teachers do is they have printed out screenshots of these screens. Let me pause this woman talking. So remember that to make a a cutout of this, you could use the snipping tool, which to show you how to get to that, you can type snipping tool. And even though my computer is Windows 10 and we're working on Windows 7 on the Hounslow County school system computers, they still have snipping tool. So you click on snipping tool and then new, and this allows you to cut anything off your screen. So what you are able to do is cut what you want to print out for your students to look at. So we can copy that, we can make a new Word document, and we can paste this right into the Word document. And so what we'll do is we'll paste that, enter, and then let's go back to our notes here. We're going to go ahead and go to the next screen. If you want to cut that out, snip it, and then we can copy and paste it into our Word document that we're building. So this is like if you were building, printing out notes for someone that's not capable of writing notes, or they have an IEP, or different accommodations where they need notes printed out. You could do this for the students so they have it available at their disposal so they can have it tangible in their hands if they have trouble keeping up with the pace of the class or the lesson on Play-Doh. And so now we go back into Play-Doh, you can also skip ahead so you can get to the questions and bring this up on the board. Students can come to the board and work it out on the board right on top of the overhead. You can project it onto the board, and then have the students write on this question on your board to get them engaged out of their seats. And then take turns troubleshooting, discussing the problem set. Okay, and then going back to the list, some of these assignments, they come with offline activities. So you can view that, and what that offline activity usually entails, it's a little bit of fill in the blank that goes along with lesson, and word problems or other problems that go along with the lesson as well. Now again, this is math, but they also have offline activities for other subjects. So to show you that, let's go back to Flex Assignments, and let's just go into any class. But this time I'm going to create an assignment. But I'm not going to go into math because I know I got a lot of math videos like, oh, Mr. Bryant just shows us math. Well, I want to show you some other things as well. And so those things are, let's say we go into entrepreneurship and scroll down to this one and go to sporting ideas. So this one only has a tutorial and a mastery test. But again, what you can do is open the tutorial and print out, snippet tool, and print out different slides that the students can put in their notebooks. Let's see, let's skip around. Let's say it's somebody getting ready, we have a lot of tourism and hospitality. Let's go with biology. How about biology? Let's hop in there, diversity. We have tutorial mastery test. Tutorial mastery test. So a lot of these you could print out some of the pages of the tutorial for the students as well. And then the mastery test they can do on their own. Yep, a lot of those. Let's see, let's jump around. We did a little bit of biology. Let's see, what else can we do? Some English, let's say English. We could hop into the elements of creative nonfiction. So most of these other ones have tutorials and mastery tests, it looks like. And that's fine. It just means that you could use the tutorial to show your students, and they can go through it. So how about this life science? Let's see it here. And again, this goes into, notice as I'm just hopping through all of these and looking at what it has. This is where you see how you can jump in and out. And then these course activities, these are also available, something you can print out. Some parts of it will be able to print out. So as we go through this one, they're talking about, let's back up. Talking about sexual reproduction, asexual reproduction, and on the next slide, you just score this activity. Just make it a prediction, initial data. It looks like this is a lab modeling, a little lab that they got going on. And so all of this you could also print out, for the student. Okay. And then here, finalize your assignment after you're done, and that goes directly to the teacher. But again, you could print out this by snipping it and printing it, or just print screen as an idea as well. Okay, let's look at some other stuff. How about, well, I don't want to do math. I know that a lot of artists. See about this history. Okay, Civil War, tutorial mastery test. A lot of those have tutorials and mastery tests, but that's fine, because the tutorial usually has built-in questions to help your students understand the material. All right. So that's a short rundown. How about, let's see what else we got. We have all of those items. Let's go back. We got ACT. Let's minimize that, make it go back. All right, we got some Algebra 1. Got some ASVAB practice, biology, chemistry. It's looking more so for, let's go back. Another place you can look too is Plato titles. I always look at all of these because these are kind of more described better sometimes without all the extra Plato description at the beginning. And so, let's see, how about some civics? Let's see what's in the civics. U.S. Constitution tutorial mastery test. So again, with that style, you can open the tutorial, have students click through it with you, discuss it, go to different links off of the tutorial, and supplement it with other videos that are attached to the lesson. And so this is kind of just as a backing for you as well. All right. So again, you can use the snippet tool to snip it and paste it to Microsoft Word documents so that students have a tangible notes to go by and fill in the blank. And then sometimes there's offline activities that are involved in the units. All right, so I hope that gives you some ideas on how to work it into your classroom. I would like to see you attempt it and ask me questions, and hope to see you soon on the net and an email and in person. Have a good day.